What's up, Outriders, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the best way to farm legendaries that I think is a little bit different than what everyone else has put online, and I really wanted to get this information out there. But before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and hit the bell so you are notified when I upload more Outriders content. Don't forget I stream live on Twitch. I could be streaming live right now. Come on over there and hit follow, twitch.tv/DJTICKLE. And with all that said, if you need a community Discord, you'll find the link down below in the description. Okay, so let's talk about Outriders. So a lot of us content creators got Outriders around a week early, and the game was in a very different state to what it is when it went retail launch. We were much more powerful. A lot of the stats that we have now, some of them were like 4 or 5 times more powerful, which allowed us to get to the end of the trials and absolutely slay the boss. The loot. Now, I didn't get very lucky, and I still haven't been very lucky in this game, and therefore I've not really been able to put out any build videos, but I have developed a way of farming the final boss without being all powerful that I think some people, and what I hear, some people are actually struggling with. And it's pretty obvious when you come to think about it. I don't know why I was struggling with it so much, because when you look in your map and you go to your apocalypse tiers, you have this setting at the bottom that says auto set highest available tier on, and I think generally everybody always runs with that, and you get to the point where it's actually, yeah, I've seen that video online, I want to go and farm the final boss in trials. There's multiple ways you can do it, we'll talk about them in a minute, but when I get there I'm just dying. I can't do it. I've not got the gear to do it, I'm not good enough to do it, and all these other things as well start to play in. And what I would recommend is, if you've been very unlucky with gear and you haven't really got a build, just put it all the way back down to tier 15. Don't worry about anything else. Just put it all the way back down to tier 15. Turn the auto highest tier availability off and farm away. Because what you'll notice is when you get some gear and you start getting the synergies between getting the extra talents on the apocalypse gear, you'll become so powerful, and you'll have all the materials where you can upgrade these gear on the benches, that all of a sudden you'll get a huge difficulty skip. You'll go from not being able to do anything on a high apocalypse tier to being able to do absolutely everything. It's absolutely insane how much value the extra third apocalypse mod gives you in this game. And just to show you what I mean, is this is my very not great techno, right? Okay, you can see I've got loads of gear from doing this farm. The only good thing here is probably this chest piece that I've got, but I was doing it without this chest piece beforehand. I was also doing it without these legs beforehand as well. Just generally, just put on the Borealis set as you would beforehand. 3-piece with 2 purples, and if that's what you were running at the end before the previous expansion, before this expansion came out, you'll be able to do this all the way down on Apocalypse tier 15, and you'll be able to farm the boss, and then when you do so, you'll have no problems at all. The only thing that I would like to say is an exception to this rule is this LMG has made this farm really, really easy for me. We all know that assault rifles tactical variants are the winner in this game, and they put out the most damage. I've not really been able to get a really good one. This one's kind of alright. It's got the stats that I want, but it hasn't got the mods that I want. But this LMG has absolutely turned this farm around for me. It comes with Omen. I'm not sure what the middle one comes with. I've not got another one. Was that another one there? No, it's not. I've not got another one handy. But I replaced it with ultimate freezing bullets because I'm running the gear set for Borealis. And then at the bottom, I got Noxus spawns. But you can have a whole bunch of different things on the bottom there. As long as it's kind of an AoE or a damage talent, you'll be absolutely fine. I know other people that have been doing this off the back of me recommending it, and they've done absolutely no problems whatsoever. A couple of other things, I'll go through the rest of the gear in a minute, that I would recommend is I would definitely run Fixing Wave. And the reason we're going to run that is because we're not killing enemies, so we're not going to get any bullets back. And we're not strong enough to just one tap through the boss yet. And that's the whole reason for this video. But if you look on my helmet here, you can see I'm running Quartermaster. So they're the things that you're going to have to pick up. I would definitely recommend picking up the Mythos. And I would definitely recommend picking up the mod Quartermaster, because when we activate the skill Fixing Wave, it replenishes our current weapon magazine for me and any allies, therefore giving me all the rounds back. And that is insane. It's got 100 in the clip size there, it says at the bottom, but if we look, you can see I've got 150 when the bonuses apply. So that's 300 bullets that you've got to kill the boss. And then just find the apocalypse tier where it's comfortable for you, where you can just play them down, no messing around, because you're going to be able to do this. Smash all this gear out. And they're all materials you can then use to upgrade the gear. You're not going to get you're going to also get materials. You don't get a lot, but all the gear that you are trashing, you get titanium, which you can then trade in for drop pods as well. So you can roll the Tiago if you really want to, if you're getting that unlucky. I've been doing that as well. I've been getting really unlucky with stuff, so I thought, why not roll Tiago as well until I get the gear that I want? And then I'll just focus on getting materials and leveling it all up to the current apocalypse level that I want. The boss does tend to like dropping heads. It seems that he is head targeted loot, which is a little bit weird. But you do get everything. And like I got this body and I got these legs from him as well. But you do it enough times, you'll be able to get everything that you need. But this is definitely the way I would recommend doing it. If I was going to look at the map, just basically one-shot it all the way to the boss. Come through here, do this one or this one. You can do either, whichever one you prefer, easier. And then go straight down all the way to the end. Don't bother with any of the off shots. And the best thing is to do is when you get here, you collected your loot and the boss is dead, don't continue on and finish it off. Just click return to lobby, which I'll do now to show you. You click return to lobby, confirm. And then if you click continue game, and it'll let you do the last boss all over again. And then you'll be able to use all of the tries, because you've not lost any of your lives, on your way here, to basically get the targeted loot for the helmets, but then also get to pick your reward at the end, which is always an apocalypse legendary. You can always pick from you can always take one of 3. If you wanted to look at the gear, this is just, you know, nothing special. Like I said, a Borealis build from the end of the previous game. As you can see, this piece I've not even changed yet. Bonus firepower, close range and long range. Ideally I want that now to be bonus firepower, status and long range, but again, is what it is at the moment. I've got Alchemy Mastery on there. Blighted rounds, while the skill is active, receive a weapon damage or anomaly power bonus equal to 15% of your status power, whichever is higher. I got the OG Borealis boots on here with the cycle, increase your weapon damage by 0%. The bonuses are proportional to your health regeneration. Obviously, it being a techno, this could be really, really good. Adds a lot of extra damage because we just shoot things and we get health regeneration. Then Sharp Eye comes as standard. They always come with max health, cooldown reduction and long range damage. Then the head, this is one of the ideal pieces that I managed to pick up. Bonus firepower, status power and long range damage. It comes with Bloodlust, and I got Crit Stack as the Apocalypse one, really, really lucky. Then Fixing Wave, the talent that we talked about before. Then for the other 2 Borealis pieces, I got this one, which I put Shatter on. The body comes with bonus firepower, status power and long range damage, kind of ideal. But I kept Icicle Storm, good for AoE, but not really good for bosses. And it came with Captain Hunter, which is another stat ideal that we would want. But you can see before I was using this one that had Icicle Storm and Captain Hunter on. Like I said, all these pieces I did it with before, I just had them. And then the legs, you can see I got Euthanizer, Freezing Boost, and it came with Plate Piercer, increases your critical damage by 25%. The bonus is equal to 50% of your armor piercing, which is probably rubbish. Let me look. Armor pierce 50%, so I'm getting 25% on the crits there, which not great, but not bad either. I'll take it, because I was just using these ones before, so I might as well take it. But like I said, I was doing this farm on Apocalypse tier 15 with my OG gear set, and it was absolutely fine. I just needed to pick up this and just make sure I had that tier 3 mod, the Quartermaster, and I had Fixing Wave on. If you wanted to look at my class tree, pretty standard. Again, this didn't change. You can see there we went for the Impact Amplifier, then we went here for Weapon Leech, Armor Pierce, and critical damage. Every time Toxic is infected an enemy, Vulnerable status is on as well, and then Vulnerable is 40% more effective. We decreased the long range by 3 meters. We increased weapon damage by 8%. Decreased long range again by another 3 meters. Toxic takes 10% more damage if they've got it on them. We increased weapon damage because we had to at that one. Increase your assault weapon damage by 20%. Includes LMGs, obviously that's what we're using at the moment. Assault weapon damage another 12%. armor piercing by 10, increased damage received from all sources by 10%, nice, increase long range weapon damage by 15%, increase your anomaly power by 4%, which plays off against the other cycle talent we were talking about previously, increase your magazine by 50%, enemies inflicted with toxic receive 15% more damage, we've always got our bullets on so it's a constant, and then activating decay increases weapon damage for you and your allies by 30% for 8 seconds, which you see is why I always remember to throw the turret out. It's got a really low cooldown, so just always remember to keep throwing your turret out. Look, 7 seconds on the cooldown, so the minute it comes up you should be throwing it again because you know your bonus damage only lasts for the 8 seconds. Blighted rounds is an obvious, and then fixing wave we talked about previously. But that's going to be it. You're really easy. So just remember, you get here, you leave, you return to lobby, and you go back and you can do it again. There is another way of doing it. You can click play with friends, and if you've got a friend that stands at the checkpoint here, you can join them, leave, and you'll be put back at this checkpoint as well, giving you another 3 chances to go and do it again. Or if you want to be really cheesy, you can get a separate account. So if you've got another PC or a console you can run this game on, stand them here, you can join them, leave them, get the checkpoint, run 3 times, and do the same and rinse and repeat the boss. But even me doing this a lot still hasn't netted me a really good gear set. There's got the troves in there with targeted loot, but they really seem to drop not very good gear. They also, you don't seem to get a lot of legendaries from them, especially Apocalypse legendaries, and you don't really seem to get a lot of gear either, and I've not really found them with it. This is by far the best loot farm in the game right now, but I know there's a lot of people been agonizing to not really be able to do it. But get your Apocalypse tier down, take it all the way down to 15, pick yourself up this LMG if you're a tech. This is for if you're a Technomancer anyway. If you're not a Technomancer, again, just pull it all the way down to 15 and go in, and you will be able to kill the boss, especially with some of the new gear that we've got that you'll picked up along the way. Get into here anyway. Don't worry about doing it on the maximum level, just do it on the lowest level possible, because you're going to be picking up your new skills anyway. Like I said, you're going to be getting PAX points. This is the route I've gone with my PAX points: Initial Striker, Brain Dead, Painkiller, Permanence, and Dissection. And then my Ascension points that I've started at the beginning for a Techno, pretty straightforward: long range damage, weapon damage, damage to elite, and I've just started working on status power again to give me the extra damage from the cycle. So that's what I've done, and it's allowing me to farm the boss. I'm just not getting very lucky with drops. Obviously what you've got to remember is you've also got to find that niche point as well, because when you look at here on tier 20, I've got a 15% chance for the item to be apocalyptic, and that's the same for legendary as well. So obviously the lower tier you're doing it on, you are going to get less chance of good loot, but slowly level up your guns, slowly level up your gear with the materials that you're getting, and then just pump the apocalypse tier up as necessary. I hope this was useful. I hope it was, you know, a lot of videos I saw was go do this now, but no real explanation on why or how, or people got there and just died to the boss and couldn't do it. So I hope this video was really helpful. If you did find it helpful, please comment down below and let me know if you want more Outriders content, because if you do, I will post more. I do like the game. It's not everything it lived up to be, I don't think, but that is for another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come on over to Twitch and say hi, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, Outriders. Goodbye.